You ever hear the sound expensive heels make on marble? It's not a click. It's a warning. That's what I heard the morning I got fired. Clack, clack, clack. I was standing near the back of the atrium, holding a paper cup of coffee that tasted like regret and over-roasted beans. I'd been director of facilities for 18 years. I knew the cost per square foot of that marble floor. I knew the HVAC load requirements of the glass ceiling. I knew which pipe would burst first if the pressure spiked. Apparently, none of that mattered anymore. Leela West, 32, freshly crowned CEO, daughter of the founder, strutted to the front like she was unveiling a new iPhone instead of dismantling a company. "Today marks a new era," she said brightly. "We're cutting legacy weight." Legacy weight? That was me. "Evelyn," she called, smiling like a shark. "Step forward." The room went quiet. I adjusted my blazer. Navy, practical, forgettable. I walked up calmly. My flats made no sound. Unlike her heels. "We don't need managers anymore," she continued. "We need visionaries. Consider this your termination, effective immediately. Security will escort you. No warning, no meeting, just a public execution." I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I reached into my tote bag and pulled out a heavy brass keyring, 15 physical master keys. I placed them gently on the glass podium. Clink. "The master overrides," I said softly. "Server rooms, executive suite, warehouse, manual lock systems." She rolled her eyes. "We use digital access now." Marcus, the company lawyer, wasn't looking at her. He was staring at the small red tag on the largest key. The color drained from his face. I turned and walked out without another word, because I knew something she didn't. 19 years ago, when the company exploded with growth, her father needed property fast. Banks didn't trust his financial discipline. He wanted the buildings, not the debt. "Fix it," he told me. So I did. I formed an LLC, Aspen Threshold Partners. It purchased the land. It held the liability. It leased the buildings back to the company under a 20-year master lease. The sole managing member? Me. It wasn't hidden. It was documented. Fully legal. Fully disclosed. He just never read page 42. For over a decade, they wired rent to my LLC every month. I maintained the facilities like a loyal employee. They thought I was managing the building. I was owning it. By the time Leela fired me, my company held the title to the headquarters, the warehouse, and the R&D lab. When she terminated me, she triggered a clause in the lease agreement. Change of primary asset manager requires immediate renegotiation. Translation? The rent could triple. And the building systems, registered under the property owner, required active billing authorization, which they had just canceled. 2 days later, I was in my kitchen watering my plants when my phone started lighting up. Access denied. Executive wing AC offline. Server room lock failure. They'd cut my corporate card. The auto-pay for the smart building system bounced. The vendor suspended services automatically. Energy-saving mode kicked in. Air conditioning off. Blinds retracting. Temperature rising. I made tea. Then Marcus called. "We have a situation," he said, voice tight. "No," I replied calmly. "You have a situation." That afternoon, Leela tried securing a $20 million loan using the headquarters as collateral. The bank ran a title search. The deed didn't list West Systems. It listed Aspen Threshold Partners. Me. She was sitting in a building she didn't own, asking to borrow against walls that legally belonged to the woman she'd humiliated. The loan was denied. Worse, without renegotiating the lease within 30 days, the default rate would activate. Triple rent, payable immediately. That evening, I sat in my car across from the campus. My campus. Lights flickered inconsistently through the glass facade. I could see people moving frantically inside. Leela had wanted to trim the fat. What she'd actually done was sever the artery. You can fire an employee. You can replace a manager. But before you humiliate the quiet woman in sensible shoes, make sure she doesn't own the ground beneath your feet.